I look around.
My nephew.
Right in the middle of my story.
Yes, Tony intervened and got in the way, right in the middle of Feech's story. But Feech had a hand in that.
The man, the legend, Feech La Manna.
But what if Tony hadn't made that call? Let's recap Feech's immediate post-prison behavior.
The reason I wanted to see you, Junior. Tony, too. Now that I'm out, I'd let you get back in the game.
This is the thing. I want to get my shy business back on its feet.
What'd you have in mind?
You know me, I'm an entrepreneur. Get my shy going. Sports book, you know, whatever you say. My nephew does the lawns in this neighborhood.
As long as you don't step on anybody's toes.
Me? I gotta make a stop.
Sal Vitro, Feech goes up to a guy who's been trimming the lawns in a neighborhood for 26 years. But Feech decides it's actually his nephew's territory now.
They released these fucks from the can. Obviously, he wasn't rehabilitated.
While it's funny the way that Polly says it, in this case, it seems very true. The first big story we hear Feech telling about the can is how he kicked the biggest, blackest guy's ass on the first day. And from then on, nobody so much as looked at him cross-eyed. It seems he only further developed his Feech-style aggression while in the can.
Fucking coconut! It goes down. I'm on top of him. Everybody around it, he's getting some shots in. Everybody's going fucking crazy. This Cruz, this guy's, everybody. Motherfucker!
You've been away 20 fucking years.
Which entitles me to earn.
Which entitles you to shit. In my book, you get points for staying out of the can.
Good thing for me, then, that your book don't mean no guts. What's yours is yours, Paulie. But what ain't is anybody else's.
So, what's up?
I came to ask for my game back.
It's my uncle's game now, Feech.
Yeah, right, your uncle.
Feech was here.
Oh, yeah, he came to pay his respects.
He came to pay his respects. Obviously, Feech knows who's really in charge.
11 years I ran it. No fights, no raids.
Come on, go, hurry!
So, you guys like your job?
I'll give you 20%, but you gotta rent the house from me. I could throw some high rollers your way. Friends of mine.
What the hell? She's my only daughter. That Jillian's law degree from Harvard means bupkis.
Oh, Ira, who's the lucky guy?
Jeremy Silverman, puppeteer, children's television workshop. Father's Asa Silverman, head of commercial paper at Goldman Sachs.
And Feech knows that these people are connected in their own ways. Certainly have the resources to go after whoever did a mass carjacking at the wedding, giving business to Johnny Sack, which Feech didn't even try to hide.
You're so concerned about my end. Why don't you put one of those cars through my shops?
What? Johnny Sack told me about this guy in Newburgh.
Johnny Sack?
Yeah, Johnny Sack. Anyway, he gave me a better deal.
It makes me think of Polly Walnuts, actually, especially with the generation gap and the fact that they're both older than Tony.
I was just saying that to Junior. That maybe Tony fundamentally don't respect the elderly.
Ah, yes. The boy king. Can I trust you if I talk to you frankly about him?
So Feech posed a threat to Tony's authority and the established pecking order. And just as importantly, Feech is putting them all at risk when he engages in these reckless activities in terms of law enforcement. The last thing that Tony and the family needs are news headlines. You know, popcorn headlines or not. Whether it's Janice beating up a soccer mom or Feech beating up a civilian flag-saluting motherfucker who's just trying to do their job, it doesn't reflect well on any of them.
Such a sin. He fired his Spanish helper. Took his boy out of college because he couldn't afford it.
I had to sedate my own little girl at her wedding.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, they had one of those, what do you call it, those car carrier things?
After 5 years, the cops are finally leaving garbage alone. A drug bust on one of those routes, it's a different story. You got the FBI, the DEA. Did I learn nothing from Richie Aprile? You have anything to do with that wedding takedown in Ringwood?
Why? Is that a problem?
I told you that doctor was a friend of mine. I deliberately used that word. I could throw some high rollers your way. Friends of mine.
Sorry, Godfather. He was at the game. I thought he was just another pigeon.
Who authorized you to do it?
I know it was wait for a long time. But when did that happen? You gotta ask permission to ply your trade? Here's your end. Be happy.
That's the second time I'm playing catch up with you. thought I told you to back the fuck off Beansy.
I did. Then I put it in dry.
I have to send you a memo every time I move my bowels, too?
What did I tell you when you came to me? Said you wanted back in. I said, as long as you don't step on anybody's toes. As long as you don't step on anybody's toes.
Me? I'm Fred Astaire.
Let me fucking embarrass you. Outside now, I want to talk.
Feech! You know, I missed you by 2 weeks at Amarillo.
What would Feech have thought about the Tony B situation? We know they became buddies there after returning from the can.
Like I've been telling Feech, it's been a long, strange trip.
This will help you get started.
Jesus, you on your feet already?
You hit the ground running, and you don't look back, huh?
Thank you.
Could Feech's sticking around for longer have had an impact on what Tony B decided to do in terms of taking the Joey Peeps job, which we know causes retaliation, counterattacks, and so on? Would Feech have been that sort of moral support and or financial buffer that Tony B needed to keep him from feeling desperate enough in the first place?
Thanks for lunch.
Stick with me, kid. I have you eating lunch like that every day.
My cousin. Kind of high stakes for you, no?
Feech, front of my action. And thank you for not humiliating me.
Last time his parole officer made the unannounced visit, he gave him a massage. Huh?
Full board. Site visit.
Talk about a joke that does not age well for Feech.
Bequest.
Your slice of no-shows? I spoke to the union. We can't make 5 work.
Good thing for me, then, that your book don't mean no gods.
If Feech stays out, he's not the type to fade quietly into the background.
But what ain't is anybody else's. Now do yourself a fucking favor and get the fuck out of my store.
Could it have been beneficial for Tony and New Jersey if Feech had still been around in season 6? Would Feech's tough attitude possibly extend to Phil when he was being rough and aggressive? Could we have had our own Phil on the New Jersey side to make things a little bit more even?
Vito Spatafore is an ass muncher. Oh! What?
What did you just say?
When it comes to Vito, we know Feech, he's old school. I don't think he would have tried to intervene and stick up for Vito. I think he would have had the same feelings as other more old school guys. If Tony had let Feech stay around, would Feech have ended up directly challenging Tony? I don't think he would all of a sudden make a complete 180. Tony's not happy with this decision because he's not happy about the situation, period. He's literally teary-eyed, as we see. But I think he was doing the least crappy option among crappy options, because ultimately, what would have stopped Feech from continuing to do whatever he wanted? I know some people think that Tony was a traitor, and having Feech set up to get sent back to the can makes Tony a rat, but this is a business. Feech was already in prison before. It's not like Tony gave law enforcement new information about mafia operations. This guy, as Polly said, obviously wasn't rehabilitated. What happens to the next Sal Vitro when Feech decides this other street or this other storefront belongs to him and his nephew? Is the next Sal Vitro going to end up with brain damage or even dead the next time Feech blows up? Another option could have been to kill Feech. I mean, I guess Tony could have sent Christopher and Benny over to do that, but that could be messy, and also having these younger guys kill someone, a made guy who Tony calls a legend. Again, I don't think there was any good option here, but Feech is the one who led himself directly down that path as soon as he returned to the outside.
Gotta remember, Tony, I still think he is a kid.
All right, well, don't be so hard on yourself, though.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think would have happened if Feech had stayed out longer than he did?